And today, well, I just came back from the testing center. It took me like an hour and a half probably to go there and then come back. And I just want to hop on a live real quick, just to rant, just to vent, man. Just take out my frustration on this because understand, man, why do we have to always go through these laws and bureaucracy and like a bunch of like loopholes in order to make it, in order to be successful? I found that very, very interesting. Right now, it's a dragon day, okay, and we're opening the dragon portal. So I'm going to be channeling Dragon King tonight, and I'm prepping for that. And I wanted to shout out Mathis for this topic because it's a very, very powerful one. Mathis is one of our top uh, high-level adepts of Primal Sutra. And he recommended this topic about dogma being the flow state killer. And I highly recommend that you guys stay until the end of this because this is going to teach you a lot and it's going to reveal a lot about why is that the case. Okay, there's a lot of Christian channels, there's a lot of communities with religious doctrines, and a lot of people suffer from this dogma, especially if it's very programmed and hardwired, right? And it's something in the background, and it doesn't allow us to truly be who we're meant to be, right? Because we have this Godfidence, but dogma gets in the way of that Godfidence, almost distorts the source, right? It distorts the source material, so we can't get the actual divine pride. We have to access the ego of the separate mind, right? The dual nature of the mind, and we have to go with that rather than what is already available to us, right? Now, I think dogma, ultimately, the way to sum it up is it makes you very rigid, okay? It makes you very, very rigid. You stay within your specific comfort zone and limit at times. Strict rules can oftentimes even stifle your open-mindedness and creativity. Let's say you're thinking of a vast new project, but your project manager doesn't allow you to explore and go beyond the framework of your investigation. Now you just feel trapped doing this creative hell project now, right? Rather than you, expressing yourself, feeling light, feeling profound, okay? Now, I think it's really, really important to also note that dogma reduces one's autonomy, okay? So if you're under a system of dogma, that means that that's possibly making you feel that I'm not independent, okay? That I can't make my own decisions, that I don't have the sovereignty to do so, or rely on my own wisdom. I have to constantly seek outside of myself to get that wisdom, right? That's what dogma leads you to believe, okay? So, and it also encourages external validation rather than internal validation. I talked about this topic quite a bit ago on this channel about being an internal chameleon, right? Like when you understand that concept, that you have to not be a chameleon that just goes into a social environment and merges and becomes like everybody else. But instead, if you were an orange aura, right? Let's say you walk in with an orange aura, you better hope that as you walk into an environment, the entire environment is orange because of your presence. Why? Because you are validated internally. You're not trying to match the red that person's red is emanating. You're remaining at your pure potential, your pure frequency, okay? Understand that. Okay? Holy Basil, I just ate you for dinner, so fuck off, okay? Put user in timeout. Think about what you just said, fool. Okay? Encouraging external validation is not the way to go about this, bro. You get that? Like, if you go about this in the way where you're looking at this external validation thing, it's not really going to embody that second nature, that ultra instinct, that sage mode within you. And it's quite simple, but it's difficult to facilitate because in the moment, all the energy, right, gets attracted to you like a moth, right? When you have the freedom, you're going to notice the lack of freedom that you have. When you embody freedom, you're going to also notice the lack of it. But why would you go into the lack of it when freedom is transcendence? It's liberation, it's moksha, it is that divine pride, as I was saying, rather than what? A hubris, which, as we know, every single story, bro, that's the cause of everybody's downfall, right? Look at all the celebrities and memers and influencers. They're all just underneath that, right? All underneath that paradigm. Some of you too, right? Are still underneath that paradigm, and it's going to keep sitting with you until you realize and recognize that this is something that I've got to transmute, actually. This energy is something that I can use, right? And that's the way the master alchemist thinks about it, is not so much that the dogma is there to, you know, create such a paradigm for me and like a prison cell, but much more so, I facilitate the healthy boundaries around my own flow state framework, my rituals, and my expansiveness. A, hit the dap. Don't you mean the dab, bro? A dap is like this. This dab is like that, right? Anyway. And by the way, I'm not a little bro, okay? I'm a Hindu sea monster of the Vedas, so get it right. Now, we're gonna create this mental clutter, okay? We're gonna create some mental clutter together. Let's do it. I can't believe it, I'm stuck. I can't believe it. The past is so annoying to me, and I don't know what to do next, and I don't know what to say, and I can't believe that that's happening, and why did it even have to happen like that, and I don't even know if we should do this, and what's the point anyway, and why can't we just get along, and let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Let's take that mental clutter and just recycle it. Recycle it into what? Pure presence, aliveness. Notice your need to complain and transmute it towards feeling the solution. Because you're already at the finish line, my friend. You don't need to constantly give yourself all of these milestones and, oh, I have to get to the finish line in order for me to crush it. Heaven no. I'm gonna crush it irregardless, because it is my journey to shine, and it's yours as well, okay? But some of you, okay, you try to be a disco ball rather than shining. You're the songbird who needs to sing, yet you're trying to take, like, I don't know, singing lessons. Bro, you're a songbird. Just do it. Just tap in. You're always a moment away from momentum. You can change your energy, your mood with just one thought. Your next decision could determine your flow state. Your next sale could determine your flow state. Your next date with a girl could determine your flow state. Any activity that you take, whether it be your health, wealth, or relationships, doesn't matter. All of those areas are gonna affect your flow state if you set the proper container instead of the dogma that gets in the way, right? Hey, what if God was a Rubik's Cube? Okay, and you could try to fit it together through all of these different angles, or you could work on solving this equation. And that's what we're doing at Primal Sutra. We're solving this equation of the divine, not looking at it mathematically. That's not what I'm saying. Again, some of you are taking that dogmatically, like, who are you to deconstruct the divine? Okay, listen, we're all just here having an experience of life. We're human beings, not human doings, okay? And we're here to embellish and flourish at our optimal states of mind, correct? Give me a thumbs up if that's correct. If that's not correct, get off this channel right now, okay? This is not for you. I'm looking for the trailblazers. I'm looking for the people that are absolutely committed and excited by the spiritual journey and what's to emerge like a spiritual Olympian. Having that spiritual ambition and not just giving up half-heartedly every single time, okay? I'm not switching from deity to deity. I'm realizing the all-omnipotent power of grace from the divine. And I'm noticing the thread that connects through all of them. So when you can embody this kind of flow state practice for yourself, you understand that instead of promoting this perfectionism culture, okay, of hustle mode, let's go get it, man, let's go get the bag, man, let's go get it, come on, man, come on. Okay, instead of that, why don't we pause for a second? Why don't we stop for a second before you go around chasing the bag and, being a workaholic and you end up drunk on the floor and depressed, okay? Let's stop and give yourself some active recovery so that you can tap into your ultimate momentum state, okay? And that's your flow state code and blueprint. It's different from everybody else's, right? Your flow state code is not the same as like Tony Robbins, right? You're not gonna like copy Tony Robbins, oh yeah, okay? Firewalk, okay? That's gonna amp up certain people, right? But then there's certain people who go to an event like that, and they feel miserable as they come back home to their small town, correct? So they haven't fully integrated the lessons from going to that big event, okay? Some people might say, oh yeah, but I met Gary Vee on the street one day, and we had such an amazing conversation. Why are you so spiritually attached to you meeting Gary Vee? Who cares? You get what I mean? And that's the thing though. We are so attached to our past and our storylines and our dogmas. They're so underneath the surface that there are blind spots, bro. You can't even tell that they're there, but they're there, right? We can't even tell that they're there, but they're there. They're in the background somewhere, right? Working, pulling the strings like some kind of a, puppet master on us. Our own cultures too. Okay, our cultural conditioning, but not only that, our social conditioning, okay? Do you really think I could speak and talk here like this with an American accent, that too, with this much confidence, with this panache, and I can keep on spitting and flowing and speaking like this forever and ever, like I don't need a timer on me, okay? That's such a beautiful experience. That's expression. Right? That's expressionism. That's art. That's creativity. That's beauty. That's the world that we want to live in. We want to look at people's bodies and be like in awe and wonder, not like, bro, what have you been doing, right? We don't want that reaction, but we got to understand that as we start to promote more dogma, we start being trapped by our own fear of failure from that dogma. So what if you flipped dogma backwards? God AM. Okay? Goddamn. Okay? Some people want to say that, right? Goddamn. But let's flip dogma backwards and let's not try to have it bring us down. Let's have it rise us up. When the dogma comes to meet us, it's meeting the diamond of truth, the vajra of truth that cuts through all illusion. Your mind is like that lightning that can pierce through any illusion. This is the energy of the dragon, my friends. The dragon can face the dark, the dragon can face the light. Okay? It's not scared, it's the concept of being afraid. It's the concept of your ego rising. It's the concept of being able to move from age to eon to millennia to different timelines, okay? And once you understand this, just like Tashi Kedron, who flows through the different, timelines, stitches the timelines together like that, right? Similarly, the dragon does so as well. If you're fascinated by the concept and everything that I'm speaking today, catch me on, today actually, I'm gonna be channeling in, let's see, 3.5 hours or so. Okay, 3.5 hours. So if you were tapped into this live video right now, you've never seen me channel, I'm gonna channel Dragon King. He's also named Long Wang, okay? Pause, okay? But that's his real name, okay? His real name is Long Wang. Long means dragon, Wang is king. Okay? So anyway, that's besides the point. Some of you took that very inappropriately, and shame on you. Let's get started with this topic at hand. So, any questions, by the way? If you guys have any questions, just pop them in the chat. I just love, tapping in more live, right? Bro, that's messed up. That's not the type of humor I laugh at, bro. That's not the type of humor I laugh at. And also, who cares? How does that add to this conversation? You know what I mean? So, anyway, I think it's very, very interesting how you'll have all of this legislature, right? This like very, very strong levels of like people trying to control you, right? Or limit you. Like, bro, you didn't have to remove that, by the way. Just, you know, I don't want to suppress your speech or whatever. Like, go ahead, bro. You can troll all you want, like, you know. Yeah, you don't have to apologize to me, bro. Don't apologize. Just be you, you know. Just show up. I'm just letting you know, because that's my boundaries. I'm the gatekeeper, right? I'm the gatekeeper of the Hindu, in the front of Hindu temples, right? You have the Makara, that energy of the sea monster that protects the ancient lineage. So I've been given that title through doing this work, right? From my deities and my guides. So I really find it fascinating to talk about these topics, and it's so interesting to me, man. Why isn't nobody else talking about this? You have Arab Abkay, sure, okay? We have these like brilliant like pioneers that we're thinking that are on YouTube, but they're just YouTubers, right? They're not doing the work. Okay, yeah, I've spoken to Ralph Smart, I've spoken to, you know, Aaron Doughty and all of them, okay? Here right now, okay? Aaron, Victor, and Matt is starting some kind of a podcast thing live, right? They're constantly doing events like that, right? They're constantly just, hey, do you want to raise your vibration? You want to try this? Okay, what happened to all the light workers? Why aren't light workers badass? You tell me that. Somebody in the comments tell me this. Why are light workers a bunch of pussies? Somebody please tell me. Okay? Somebody please tell me. My phone is 1%, so bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay? All right, peace, brother. But seriously, right? I look around at the light workers and there's something missing. What exactly is missing from a pure divine light being? Okay? Now, it could be like, for myself, I'm telling you, bro, I used to be a very feminine empath, okay? I used to be very drawn into the yin reality of things. But guess what, man? That's not going to be attractive to a divine feminine woman. It's just not, okay? You need to get it through your head. And you need to lead. You need to lead spiritually, I'm telling you. Okay? And if you're a woman listening, hey, build up your charisma, your aura, your allure. Because that's what we're really emanating at, right? Okay? That's what we're really looking at. We're looking at health indicators. We're understanding that somebody's just vibrant and glowing and healthy, and then somebody else, they're just like, yeah, I gotta show up on Monday again. Which energy do you want to be around? Okay? And why? That's the question, right? Charles, your comment is a fart, bro. Moron. Your fucking comment is a fart. Good enough for you? Good enough for you? Did you waft it in? Freak. You're gonna sell it on eBay and then you're gonna buy it, bro. Okay? Straight up. I'm frustrated, bro. I just finished this quiz and this exam, you know what I mean? And so I'm just like, bro, I'm done with that, bro. Even if I have to do GRE again, seriously though. Like, I finished school. I have a master's. Why am I still doing exams in my old age? It makes no dang sense. Why am I being examined? Why am I not examining life? Why am I being tested? Why am I not embracing the universal shit test? What if I looked at this entire thing as a simulation? That was the only way that I could possibly survive. But again, you guys look at the simulation like it's dead. Like it's ones and zeros binary code. I look at the simulation like it's alive. And I'm interacting with it. You know, it's so interesting. As I was going to that testing center today, bro, it's so interesting, man, because I was like, the girl's name from Costa Rica randomly came up, that girl I met, Mario or whatever, and there's a song being played in Bengali, playing in the car, like something about Marianne, or whatever, and it was about, like, the lyrics suddenly reminded me of her, randomly, right? I'm going, what are you doing, spirit guides? Why is this relevant right now, okay? And then I'm going into the city, I'm going into this, like, small town, you know? Like a village almost area to do this, like, this is like a technology institute, right, or whatever. So on the streets, I noticed Shivaji, like a Shiva temple, another Shiva temple, another Shiva temple, another Shiva temple, Har Har Mahadev, right? I just felt this pull towards it, and I was just like, wow, how can there be so many Shiva spottings, right, in a row, especially in a predominantly Muslim area, neighborhood, right? Very interesting, very strange too. So I got all of these synchronicities as I was going over to the testing center. And also it was like, I don't even know what the grades are, right? I'm unattached to the outcome at this point. The results are out, you know, I can check, but irregardless, you know what I mean? I'm just feeling like I have this lasting energy in me now because I feel like I've put my foot down, right? This is a milestone for me, and it feels like the milestone is bringing in the miles, okay? So here we go. Spiritual world exams over material indoctrinational exams. Absolutely, bro. And hey, I would much rather get tested by my deities, bro. I'm telling you, hands down, okay? 33 people watching, Master Builder number. You guys listen, okay? You gotta understand your spirit guides are gonna test you, but you gotta step up to the plate at those times. I have no issues with doing my spiritual work with profundity and revelation because it is something that I'm willing to teach. Not over why John has to, you know, cross over to the other side of town from A to B, and then he has to, you know, I have to draw a parabola to make sure that John go, what? I'm a spiritual master. Doing this kind of stuff, right? And that's my own ego, obviously, right? You can sense it. But at the same time, it's like, wow, right? So profound, so profound. Okay? And I just laugh at this stuff, you know, man? Because there's these students who are like probably staying up nights, sick to the stomach, probably suicidal, right? Wanting to get this exam, like crushing it, you know, just like crushing their brains, putting themselves through the threshold of pain, right? To get this done. Shout out to all Indians, bro. All you Indian guys and gals who have had to go through this hell. You are absolutely angelic. I'm telling you, it was pure love that made you survive that. Nothing else. Nothing else, okay? It was your connection to your pure divine nature that made you survive that. By the way, I'm gonna get this hack out, okay? To know more, you gotta join the ADAPS program, my friends. It is way worth it, and we're gonna channel Dragon King today, okay? So if you're interested in a free channeling, absolutely free, show up, okay? Get the downloads, and you can dip. It don't matter, right? But at least see what this is like. If you're skeptical, show up even more. If you're like, this guy's talking a bunch of shit, bro, I'm gonna clown on him. Show up. Show up. The more the merrier, okay? The more the merrier. Hey, if you annoy us, we're gonna kick you out, but that's about it, right? So what? You get what I mean? So that's it. That's what, and again, I gotta be careful what I wish for, right? So I don't want to manifest that, but irregardless, I know the people who are meant to be there will be there, right? However, I'm the shit because, okay? I'm the shit just because. That lesson just hasn't left me still. It's still emanating. It's like, I don't need a reason, you know? I don't need a reason. Constantly justifying to show that I'm good enough, okay? Now my ego immediately reacted, right? I was like, done with this quiz, and my mom was like, maybe you should learn Hindi now. I was like, Mom. Right? You know that feeling when you want to rip your head open, right? You know what I mean? Right? You get what I mean? Ryan G, you came at just the right time. I was talking about giving birth. Crowning, in fact. I'm just kidding. Wink, wink. Oh, man. But yeah, man. Basically, dogma is one of those things where if you really look at it logically, like if you sit down with it, you're like, oh, you mean it's just rules? Right? Right? As an outlaw archetype or an, outcast, outlaw, whatever you want to call it, right? The Jungian archetype. I just look at dogma as just like, don't do this, don't do that, right? Whereas they're putting attention to the thing. It's like if you tell a kid, don't get pregnant, don't do drugs, what do you think they're focusing on, bro? Right? This is how parents parent, though. This is the nonsense we have to face. Parents are going around, don't eat junk food, Jimmy. Or whatever. Jimmy's thinking about the junk food. Why don't you tell him, hey, Jimmy, you ever tried this broccoli, man? It's gonna give you magical powers. You know, like Popeye, a sailor man? Bro, right? Why don't you do that? What is the issue with just saying, don't do this, don't do that, hands off that, don't get off that table, don't, like this kind of annoying critical Karen, right? This energy of, I apologize to any woman named Karen there, because again, I feel bad for the Karens, bro. I feel bad for the Karens because they got made into a meme. There might be some really generous, adorable Karens out there, you know what I mean? But regardless, okay? Rules are there to be broken, yet only the human ones don't break the divine ones. Hey. Holy beans. Okay, is that guy? Who is that guy who says that? Inner Christos, that guy, right? Hey there, holy beans. But yeah, rules are meant to be broken. Hey, you got to learn to play the piano and then forget all the rules and just improvise, right? And that's what we did. As Primal Sutra, we understand that, right? We're not here to dogmatically create rules for your own spiritual journey. We're just here to facilitate, nudge it, guide it in the right direction, right? And the right direction is the direction that you most prefer, knowing that it's most righteous, aligned for you, right? Understand that it's most aligned for you. It makes sense for you to do that, okay? Dionys is still going about that fart. Like, what? Bro, get off this channel. Like this guy has a fetish, right? Straight up. Hey, Dionys. Bro, I did fart for you. But you have to buy it off of eBay. Still going? This is the first time I read the other guy. What do you mean? What do you mean? Charles was yapping. Oh, okay. You're replying to Charles? Okay, whatever. Whatever, brother. That's besides the point, right, of what I'm talking about even. But yeah, my name is Chatterjee, so I'm gonna yap. And I'm gonna enjoy yapping, my friend, okay? Charles can yap all he wants, but I'm the Yap Master 5000, bro. I will talk until my ears fall off. Let's go, upward spiral gang. May we never be the same again. That's right. Krishna's energy is flowing through right now, okay? Krishna's attractive, abundant energy is flowing through right this very millisecond, and I can feel it. Goodness gracious. Where did that come from? I don't know. Okay? I don't know. All right? Guys, this isn't an OnlyFans. You get it? Okay? It's only source. That's it. Everything else is secondary. Everything else is secondary. Okay? You see what I'm saying, guys? You see how I joked and baited this guy and he still wants my OnlyFans link? I'm gonna kick this guy out, man. That's weird, bro. That's just weird. That's just, oh man. I just told you it's not OnlyFans, it's only source energy. Why do you think we call it resourcefulness? It's going back to sourcefulness, a fullness of the divine, okay? But look at the Gen Zs of this generation, guys. Talking about yapping and farting and pooping and, you know, yeah, shut up anyway. The mental clutter is too much for you guys, okay? The mental clutter is too much. It's too crippling, okay? You gotta give it up, okay? Drop all of your weird fetishes and kinks, bro. I don't care if you're into furries. I don't. You could classify as another kin for all I care, okay? Hi, I'm a panda. Good for you, okay? What does that have to do with my spiritual progress? Nothing, okay? Unless BBA makes a joke. That's kind of funny, right? But irregardless, right? It still has to make sense to the overall picture, and that's the divine masculine energy of the purpose in mind. Purpose above random distractions, random, you know, dogma that comes in, indoctrinate. Hey, the word doctor, doctrinate, okay? Indoctrination, okay? Most people are being indoctrinated. They're being brainwashed to follow in this sheep herd mentality of you have to do this, and then you have to do that, and then you have to get married, and then you have to do that, okay? You see what I mean, guys? Right? The chat just shows you how lower consciousness is this. You guys see that? How lower consciousness can you get, though? Well, you know, because you guys can't even show your real faces. You guys will put like an anime picture, like a little weebie, okay? That's cute. But I'm trying to speak to Thor, bro. Okay? So get your head out of that. Okay? Can't get away from this agonizing pain to find a state that I'm in. Feels like a tranquilized blaze sprouts straight in my head. It's chronological, the obstacles impossible, the body full of stuff out of growth, it's unstoppable. But the hearse defended in an ancient nervous in this first sim stat have you laden in a hearse clinic. Those certain minutes, the birds sharpen, the world's turning hearse yearning up to remain on the earth's surface. Hey, look at this guy with gray hair coming in here trying to be unfair, calling me a bi, but he ain't even fly. He just wants to, you know, go to Mumbai and play with a, you know, play with one eye. OP. Okay. Bro, I can roast anybody, okay? Anybody. He's not a rapper, he's a yapper. Oh, you think you got bars, but you ain't a trapper. You probably just want to get the NAFTA. But I'm not the master. I'm the one after the master of the masters. In fact, the one who takes it back. I don't even interact with the fact that I'm back again. Cause you don't want to ever hear this accent again. Maybe I will tell you that I'm not your friend, but I might be a buyer. But I think that you're probably just a slayer, a demon slayer. I never want to be the supernova, a super saiyan, a one that goes into it and makes it elevating. This isn't a Hindu channel, no. But bro, you're from India and you don't know Hindi, like bro, yeah, come on, what do you mean? Bro, I understand it, okay, I understand it, so that's all I need. If I can understand it and not formulate sentences, that's fine with me, okay, bro? But again, let's get back to the topic at hand, okay? So now, dogma, what it will do to you is it will put you into a construct, a specific mold, okay? There's a specific mold that society wants you to be, okay? A specific mold. We all know the Indian guy mold, right? Let's not even go there, right? What's with these guys in requesting farting? Ryan G, I think it's the problem of this generation. Wouldn't you say so? Right? Clearly. Clearly a problem of this generation. Okay? This is Padma Sambhava, Guru Rinpoche. Leading the degenerates, the Ellen degenerates, okay? Leading the degenerates out of the pit is an uncomfortable work. Yet true light masters can handle that. Gonna step up some stairs too. Even Jesus kicked off the tables because of the stupidity of humans. Hey, straight up, right? He flipped tables and shit, right? That's why I feel wronged, right? We got all of these, we got only the yin examples of these ascended masters. We didn't get the divine masculine yang aspects, I feel, right? Not in the right ways. I mean, yeah, we have some ideas of how they're meant to look and be and so forth, right? But again, it's like you can look at me as like, see, I got a pretty charming feminine face, but still there's a fucking sea monster in here, right? And that's the difference. Yeah, you can, yeah, Christ is king, bro, right? Christ is king. What's your favorite food? Your girl. Nah, what's my favorite food? Have you guys ever tried Bengali food? It's really good. Posto, machpat, you know what I mean? Jesus. Yeah, I mean, why is it that we just say Jesus all the time, right? When we're in frustration, why do we say it? Jesus Christ, right? Why do we say that? Hey, that's wild, right? আমি বাংলা বলতে পারি তুমি বাংলা বলো আমি বাংলা মানে আমি এখানে অনেক বছরে থেকেছি আর আমি আমার নিজের কালচারের সাথে তো একটু কানেক্ট করতে হবে Bangale, hey, you can reach enlightenment through violence. I think that's an interesting paradigm perspective. How would you say? Through combat? Definitely. Definitely. Ryan G, wouldn't you say you experienced something similar to that? Ecstasis through fighting? Maybe it's Satori, right? I wouldn't say it's enlightenment, but definitely Satori moments you get. এইটা কি হচ্ছে ভাই আরে যদি আমি বাংলা বলি তাহলে তো এই বিদেশের সব লোকজন কি করে বুঝতে পারবে আমার কথা হ্যাঁ Satori is very likely, yeah. Like when you just have those moments where you just burst out laughing or you burst out crying or like, you know, you feel that sigh of relief. Like those moments of this like, you know? And then something shifts in your I mean, that's how we live every day, right? So that's besides the point. What do I do for a living? I'm a flow state specialist, brother. I'm also a healer. So I'm a shaman by night, a positive psychologist by day. Are dada. Are you familiar with Nagualism? Nagualism. No, I'm not. What is that? Jai Ma Durga. Har Har Mahadev. What is Nagualism? What is that? The Japanese samurai Jubei-Yugu reach enlightenment from all the kills he obtained, most murder. But since the Lord commanded it, it was washed away. Bro, do you know the story of Milarepa, who used to be a murderer, right? And then he trained after, well, the Lama that trained him, right, made him build this tower, and he broke the tower back down. And then he had to build a tower again, and then he broke it back down. Then he had to build a tower again, and he broke it back down. Imagine how frustrating that is, bro. After a certain point, he just got frustrated. It's like, I have to keep making this tower, and you just keep... But then he reached enlightenment, just like that. The philosophy of the ancient Indians of Mexico. Amazing. What's your favorite anime? Man, I have a lot of them, bro. But one right now that I'm tapping into, especially for character work, so character development, is Jujutsu Kaisen. Especially Gojo, man. That guy's Riz is on a whole nother level. Okay? The strongest goofball on earth. That's what I want to be. Know about the Bloodlords? Showed up back in 2020 for me. Bloodlords. No, but it sounds familiar for some reason. Bloodlords. You're not thinking about the blood of Zeus, right? Bloodlords? Goji is dead. Died. Gojo's dead. Yeah. You know what I like? The Boondocks, bro. Okay? That was an amazing anime. I know you guys don't consider that an anime because it's not Japanese or whatever, but it's the anime style still, you know? That's gay. Right? Riley was such a great character. The painting, it's not a painting, brother. It's an illustration. I'm gonna paint it sometime, actually. Yeah, you can see it closer. Okay. Gang gang, Gojo gang gang. Okay, good. By the way, guys, I got this. Well, I'm going to leave that as a surprise. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about that yet. It's too exciting. Okay. Well, it's been 42 minutes. I think I'm going to end the live. I hope you guys have an amazing day, man. You know? Right? Life is amazing and horrible at the same time. That's the beauty of it, bro. Imagine it was just amazing all the time. Lame. Imagine it was horrible all the time. Lame. I want some creative difference, right? See you later, guys. I'm about to end it anyway, Mathis. Us. Peace out, guys. I hope you guys have an incredible day. Bro, abuse you in Bengali. Shorter bacha, okay? Let's go. Upward spiral game. May we never be the same again. Peace out, guys. Much love. Upward spiral. I'll see you in the astral.